April from April's Home, and today I'm here with February's favorites. I have favorites in both the lifestyle category as well as the beauty category, as well as a few other favorites of mine for the month of February. I'm going to go ahead and start off with some of my favorite snacks and drinks for the month of February. I bought a couple of really good yummy snacks at Costco this past month, and I really loved them. So the first item would be the Snack Factory Pretzel Crisps in the dark chocolate crunch flavor. These are so good. They're very rich. You only need a really small serving to really have a nice after dinner treat or a nice afternoon treat with a cup of coffee. The chocolate is very rich and really delicious, and the salty pretzel really balances it out. So this is actually one of our new favorite snacks. Me and my husband have been enjoying these all through February, and as you can see, I purchased another bag at Costco for this month so that we would be sure not run out. We've really enjoyed these, and I would definitely recommend them if you enjoy a nice dark chocolate with the little salty crunch there of the pretzel. So Snack Factory Pretzel Crisps in the dark chocolate crunch. And this is another snack item that I found at Costco in the month of February. These are the organic Bin rice crackers. They come in these little 2-packs here. I think that it's so nice that they come in these little 2-packs here. You can easily bring them along with you if you need a little snack. It keeps the portion control very easy, and they're just really good. Again, these have sort of a sweet and salty component going on. These have both a soy sauce flavor as well as a sugary component to them, so I just love that sweet salty combo, and I love the crispiness of the rice, the little rice cracker here. They're very good. The serving size is 3.5 of these bags, so like 7 little crackers, and that's only 150 calories. I am usually quite satisfied with one little packet or perhaps 2. So it makes a really nice, light calorie, yummy, crunchy snack. And this is definitely one of my new favorites, and I hope that Costco continues to carry these. I really enjoy these. So those are, again, the organic Bin rice crackers, and I found these at Costco. Another fun sugary treat that was one of my favorites in February, and is actually a classic favorite of mine, and was a fun treat that my husband made sure to find for me for Valentine's Day. I love classic candied orange slices. These are the little orange slices that are like little orange slices of jelly candy covered in sugar. I love the Sunrise brand. This is one of my favorite brands of these classic orange slices, so this was a very fun little treat to have for Valentine's Day. Again, this is one of my classic little favorite candy treats. I love anything orange and citrusy flavored. I love the little sugar on the outside of these candies, and they're very fun. I love to just have 1 or 2 of these candies while I'm working at the computer or as a little snack during the day. So I thought it was so nice of my husband to find the orange slices that I especially love for Valentine's Day, and it's very nice to have these around the house. So the Sunrise orange slices were definitely a favorite of mine in the month of February. And then on to some of my favorite beverages for the month of February. One thing that I purchased were a couple of bottles of these Life Waters. I love the design of the bottles. They have like art displayed on the bottle, which makes it really nice to drink. I really preferred this cap. I only got one with this drinking cap on. It has sort of the sipping top here, which I really enjoyed, and the water itself is actually really good. It has a nice, just refreshing, clean taste, just a nice purified water, and I always enjoy trying out different purified waters. This is definitely one that I've enjoyed and will enjoy purchasing again in the future, and I really hope that they continue keeping the art on the bottles of these Life Waters. I think that that makes them extra fun to drink, and it's a really nice way to just remember to drink your water throughout the day. My other favorite beverage for February has been a yummy mocha from McDonald's. In honor of St. Patrick's Day coming up, they have released a bunch of new shamrock themed flavored drinks, and one of the drinks is a shamrock mocha. So it's a hot drink. It has a really nice creamy minty taste to it. That sort of shamrock mint taste. Not quite as pepperminty as the peppermint mocha, a little more creamier and mild, definitely more that shamrock mint flavor. So this has definitely been a drink that I have enjoyed throughout February and throughout the beginning of this month as well. I'm hoping that they keep it around a little bit past St. Patrick's Day. I've also been enjoying their other shamrock drinks. They have a yummy layered shamrock shake and a chocolate shake that's really good, as well as their classic shamrock shamrock shake. This shamrock mocha is definitely the drink I've been choosing the most. Our weather has still been really cold. In fact, we woke up this morning and we had snow on the ground, so it's still very much winter around here. And we've been having a lot of cold weather, so I've still been preferring the warmer beverages, and this shamrock mocha is definitely a very yummy treat. And I hope to have a few more before St. Patrick's Day. So I'll definitely be enjoying the shamrock mocha after filming today. And now on to my beauty favorites for the month of February. I have a few new items as well as a few classic items. One of my favorite items that I've definitely been reaching for throughout the month of February has been the Rockateur Blush by Benefit. I absolutely love this blush. It's definitely one of my go-to blushes. It always goes on nicely. The color's just right, and I really enjoy the formula. So Rockateur by Benefit is definitely my favorite blush for February. Two of my favorite eye products here are also classics. I'm sure they've been in my favorites before, but these two products are definitely the ones I've been reaching for the most throughout the month of February. The Better Than Sex Mascara, as well as the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Mad Max Brown. I have a little one here. I'm using up one of my samples before I open up my new full-size one. Both of these products have definitely been my go-to throughout the month of February. These are the items that I've been most often using when I do my mascara and eyeliner. I just love both of these products. And then a new foundation that I tried out in the month of February is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint with Hyaluronic Acid. This is from Neutrogena's Hyaluronic Acid hydrating line, and I've really been enjoying this. It's a very light coverage. It's more like a tinted moisturizer. It goes on with sort of a large doe foot applicator here, just like so. It's really nice in a pinch when I don't really want a heavy foundation, but I need a little bit of coverage, and I've really been enjoying this. So again, that's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. I've been using the color Classic Ivory number 10. Another product in that same line is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Concealer, also with hyaluronic acid. This is like a nice under eye concealer, and I've been using this a bunch throughout the month of February. It has a really nice moisturizing core. It goes on really nicely. It blends out nicely. This is definitely one of my new favorite under eye concealers. And again, that's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Concealer with hyaluronic acid. So two from the same little collection here from Neutrogena. Really loving that. I also love all the moisturizers in that line as well. And then for some of the lip products that I've been enjoying in the month of February, I have been loving this ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the color Nonsense. It's one of their sheer formulas, but it's also really glittery. It has just a lovely, nice glittery color here, and I just love it. It goes on top of a lot of my different lipsticks really nicely and gives it a really pretty, almost a shifting glitter color. Last time I went to the ColourPop website, they had this on sale, so if you're interested in getting it, it is on sale right now. I don't know how long that will last. I did order a couple of extra bottles of this since it was on sale, and I was worried that it would go out of stock. I've really been loving the way this looks and wearing it almost every time I put on lipstick in the month of February. So definitely Nonsense, the sheer ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip. And then the lipstick that I've been wearing in the month of February is also a lipstick that's been in my favorites before. This is from Lancome and is in the color Designer Bloom, and it's a sheen lipstick, and I just really love it. It's such a pretty color. It's just a nice basic sort of, rosy color, and I love the way it goes on every time I use it. So these two together, the lipstick here from Lancome in Designer Bloom with the ColourPop Nonsense sort of glitter gloss, has been a really fun combo to wear throughout the month of February, and I've really been loving both of these items. One of the favorite highlighters that I've enjoyed playing around with in the month of February has been this one here from Winky Lux. This is a Lightbox sort of creamy highlighter in the color Lit. It's a nice creamy formula. It's very pearly colored. It's a very, very highlighting here. You can see that it just really is a nice highlight. This is fun to use when I really want a nice highlight, when I really want to have a nice bright highlight. It just has such a pretty pearly glow that it is a lot of fun. I also enjoy the creamy formula. Sometimes it's nice to have a creamy formula rather than another powder. I have very dry skin, so sometimes it's nice to have a cream instead of another powder. So this Winky Lux Light Box Highlighter in the color Lit is definitely on my favorites list. And then for when I do wear powdered highlighter, which I do most often, wear a very light highlighter, this has been my favorite brush to apply my highlighters with. This was included in one of my subscription bags, probably Ipsy or Beautycon, I'm not 100% sure. This is a Luxie brush, and this is the tapered highlighter brush. I absolutely love this. My highlighter goes on perfectly with this every time. I love how soft it is, and it's just one of my favorite brushes. And again, that's the Luxie Tapered Highlighter Brush. I also really love the rose gold metal here and the nice pretty pale pink handle here. My favorite nail polish last month was from Ciate. This is my favorite nail polish. I love the formula. It goes on great every time. This is in the color Gold Digger. I got so many compliments on this color of nail polish, and again, it just goes on so nicely. It goes with a lot of my outfits. I can put this on and wear it for quite a few days before it needs to be touched up, and it just has a really beautiful, almost rose gold gold hue to it. And again, that is in the color Gold Digger, and that's a Ciate London nail polish here in the little mini bottle. For fragrances, this is something fun that I've been enjoying as well. This is something I found at Target, and it is from Zoella, and it is called Blissful Mistful, and it's a solid fragrance. It just looks like this. It's like a little balm, and it has a really just a nice, very mild, florally clean scent. And I just love to apply it to my pulse points here if I need to touch up on fragrance throughout the day and I don't want a really overwhelming scent, but still want a little bit of that nice, fresh, clean scent. This is definitely what I've been going for. So I've really been enjoying this. And again, that's the Zoella Blissful Mistful Solid Fragrance perfume here in this fun little heart-shaped tin, which I thought was also really perfect for the month of February. And then my last makeup item for the month of February has been the Urban Decay After Dark palette. This palette is so beautiful. I recently did a swatch video for this Urban Decay After Dark palette, and I will go ahead and leave a link for that below. The colors are just so beautiful. There are so many vibrant colors. It's so fun to accent your makeup looks with some of these beautiful, you know, vibrant metallic colors in this palette. I just love this palette. I think it's so fun. I love the rainbowy package here. Most of the time I wear a really neutral eye color, and it is just so much fun to add little pops of color. I love the metallics. I love the bold, beautiful colors in here, especially the turquoise in here. I'll go ahead and give you a close-up look at these colors at the end of this video. And also, if you want to see the whole swatch video of that, go ahead and click that link below. So that, again, is the Urban Decay After Dark eyeshadow palette. And then moving on to some of my favorite lifestyle products here, I always like to include a toy in my favorites. I love to collect toys, as you know if you follow my channel. And one of my favorite toys for the month of February were the new Shopkins Shoppies dolls. This is Rosie Bloom, and I think she's so cute. I love the little small size of these dolls. They really remind me of the smaller size dolls like Strawberry Shortcake from back in the 80s that I also really enjoy collecting. I just love the pretty colors of these dolls and the cute different designs. They're all sort of themed little dolls here. This is one of the dolls that I most recently opened up, and I just think she's so cute. I love her bright pink hair and her sort of floral design here. So my favorite toy for the month of February are the Shoppies dolls from Shopkins. And then I have a bunch of fun movies that I've been enjoying in the month of February. One of the fun movies that my husband and I watched this past month when it came out on DVD was the movie Arrival. It's a really fun sci-fi movie about an alien race and kind of communicating with that and their message and things like that. It was much different than I thought it was going to be. There were definitely some suspenseful parts of it, but it's not really a super action-y packed movie, which is fine by me. It's more of a thinking, sort of makes you think kind of science fiction movie. So that's definitely a fun one that we enjoyed in the month of February. Again, that was the movie Arrival. We also started the Netflix series, A Series of Unfortunate Events. My children loved that book series growing up. Me and my husband also read that back when my children were younger and really enjoyed it. And we think that Neil Patrick Harris is doing a wonderful job playing Count Olaf. I've only seen the first couple of episodes, and I definitely hope to finish that up during the month of March, but we really have been enjoying the Series of Unfortunate Events on Netflix. Another series that we're really enjoying is sort of a retro series. Occasionally we just love to pull out our old favorites, me and my husband do, and just watch them. They're so pleasant to watch. They're not as They're not as upsetting as some of the modern shows. They still have action in them, but they're a little bit more funny and quirky. We had the opportunity in February to attend Wizard World Comic Con in Portland, and two of the people attending were Ponch and John here from Chips. We got to enjoy a panel of theirs where they discussed filming Chips and some of the things that they're doing now. I had no idea that Eric Estrada had actually become a police officer in real life, and they've both gone on to do really interesting things. So it was so fun hearing them talk at their panel and getting to see them in person. So we really had fun going back and revisiting these old episodes of Chips. This is definitely one of our favorite shows. Again, definitely a favorite from our childhood, from back in the 70s and early 80s. So this has just been a fun show that we've really enjoyed. I love retro TV. I love the classics from back in the 70s and 80s, and Chips is definitely one of my favorites. And then the last show that we've been watching, we've just been really enjoying and watched all through February and are still continuing to watch this month as well. My sister had suggested that we watch Vikings, the History Channel's show Vikings. I had seen it before when it first came out. I'd started the first few episodes of season 1 of Vikings, and I really did like it, but I just hadn't gotten around to finishing off the series. So me and my husband decided that it would be a good time to start watching that again. We weren't having very many shows to watch, and we just could not stop watching Vikings. We are all the way finished with series 1 through 3, and we're starting series 4 here this month, and we should be able to finish that up this month. I really love history, so I love the historical aspect of the show, that there really was Vikings similar to the Vikings portrayed in the show. Obviously there are some differences because it's a television show and they have to make some changes, to make it, interesting as a television show. But really, really fascinating to learn a little bit more about the Viking culture and also just the character development on the show. There are some very interesting characters. The storyline is really intriguing and adventurous, and every episode just leaves you hanging and wanting to watch the next episode. So we've really been enjoying Vikings, and I would definitely suggest it, although I will say it's not for people who don't like violence, because they're Vikings. There's a lot of war scenes and battle scenes, and a lot of the stuff that goes along with very action-packed, violent battle scenes. So I would definitely not consider that show good for the younger viewer. And even like my daughter, who is in her 20s, she does not prefer violent shows, and this show's one that she probably would not enjoy watching because it's just a little too violent for her. So if you are sensitive to that sort of thing, I wouldn't suggest it. But if you don't mind the violence like that, for the sake of it being a historically accurate type of representation, there really were battles like this, and they really were pretty gruesome, and it definitely shows that. It is definitely a really good show. Again, I love history, and I love to learn about new cultures and things like that. So Vikings is definitely a fun show if you like that sort of action-packed battle, historical type of a show. We've been watching Vikings on Amazon Prime. It's included with Amazon Prime, which I think is so nice. I've really been enjoying a lot of the selections on both Netflix and Amazon Prime. They have quite a bit of good quality programming on both of those channels. It is really a good value, I think. So those are the shows that I've been enjoying. And then one final thing before I wrap up my favorites, and that is my blanket scarf. This is an item that I purchased at the Target Dollar Spot way back last year towards the winter time. I believe it was like before Christmas or around October or November or something like that. The Dollar Spot had these wonderful big blanket scarves. As I said before, our weather has been very cold still throughout January and February. We've just been having so many cold days, and I don't like to get the house very hot. I just don't like the heater running all the time. It dries out my skin and stuff, but at the same time I want to stay warm and cozy. So this is something I've been grabbing all month long. I just open it up and drape it over my shoulders like so, and that way I'm all ready to cozy up and watch a show or read a book and enjoy my coffee and things like that. Perfect for the colder months. Because I've loved these scarves so much and I've just been getting so much use out of this one, I actually found a bunch on Amazon and ordered a few more colors as well so that I could kind of coordinate them with the outfit that I'm wearing for the day. But yes, these are definitely wonderful to throw on if the weather is still chilly where you are. Oftentimes I get up really early to say goodbye to my son as he goes off to work. He goes to work very early some mornings, or when I go out to walk the dog and it's a little chilly but I don't really want to go find a sweater to put on, I just grab my little blanket throw here and wrap it around and it's good to go. These are just very useful, very enjoyable, help save on heating expenses so you don't have to turn up the heat all the time, and I just really love how cozy they are. So that is one of my favorites from February as well. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at all of my favorites for the month of February. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more videos from April's Home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye!